Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, please go ahead, sir.
Excellent. So today, basically, we're going to be talking about something that, because it's just like, I want us to imagine buying a very expensive car. And we don't know how to drive it. You see, the car will just be parked there, and many occasions where you will need to use such a vehicle, you find out that it's more like a statue or something. And that's why understanding things from basic principles help us to, excel in every aspect of life. Now, no one is a sole possessor of knowledge. So feel free to contribute after this. And just in case I'm a bit fast, kindly just bear with me, write down your questions. At the end of the presentation, we are going to entertain such questions, okay? You see, as FBOs, we have to work as a team. Let us bear in mind that the collective growth of everybody ensures our sustenance. So understanding these things from basic principles will help us grow collectively as Forever Living Products, Forever Living Product Nigeria, and any other part of the world people are joining. Ladies and gentlemen, this is actually supposed to be our topic of covering the essence of Forever business. But the most interesting thing in every business is when you gain something valuable from it, be it health or be it wealth. So we know that Forever Living Products is awesome, and that's why we are here already. We know Forever Living Products is a company that nobody should joke with or play with, because anything that can make you a millionaire should be taken seriously, or a billionaire should be taken seriously. But the question is, how do we drive this very wonderful and expensive, fantabulous and lovely vehicle called Forever Living Products? And we're going to talk briefly about the company later, but let's know how we can succeed in this company. Personally, I have things I'm learning as well, but it seems as if there are a few things, a few qualities that my sister believes that I have, and I want to share with all of us. So let's see how we can all grow together. So we're going to move straight into prospecting and recruitment. This is the key. This is the key of survival, for survival in Forever Living Products on any other multi-level marketing company. Once you can have this correctly, be sure that no matter how the terrain is, you will definitely have a very firm foundation. Now, the content will go thus: prospecting, recruitment, replication. We need to know some basic things and why they're important. Now, Pareto's principle is very interesting and very important, because without understanding Pareto's principle, some of us lose faith. Importance of prospecting and recruitment. Yes, we need to even know why it's even important. And what are the factors for effective prospecting and recruitment? Now, prospecting and recruitment through products is one area that I want to talk about today, because I know that it is the surest area with which one can leverage to achieve what we're talking about today. But we can't talk about that without talking about product knowledge, understanding the need for supplement, and a lot of other things that we're going to talk about subsequently. And we'll end up with why Forever Living Products, and then we'll know how we follow up to retain people that are with us. Now, what is prospecting? It is a systematic process of turning leads or potentials into opportunities. In other words, the process of converting potential customers into active business partners or forever business owners, FBOs, via recruitment. You see, prospecting and recruitment go hand in hand. The moment you have a successful prospecting exercise, the next thing that comes out is a successful recruitment. Successful prospecting, the only test for successful prospecting, the only guarantee that a prospecting process has been successful is recruitment. Yes, that is it. Because the whole essence of prospecting is recruitment. So recruitment is the process of matching people's goals, dreams, and skills to a specific task. Now, recruitment itself is the process of enrollment of potential clients as active business partners. It is different from enlistment. You see the word potential clients. It's just like somebody going to prospect a dog or a cat. How would the dog or cat handle Forever Living product? You have to actually only recruit human beings. And that means a human being is a potential client. And effective prospecting, as aforementioned, leads to recruitment. Now, recruitment is the process of matching people's goals and dreams and skills to a task. You see that recruitment and prospecting are very closely intertwined. Separating them or moving them apart would actually lead to a collapse in the process. Now, the importance of prospecting and recruitment, it's the lifeline of the business. Now, it gives the opportunity to what? Replicate. That means that quality you have that is giving you the results you desire. You can make clones, in quotes, of yourself all over the world doing the same thing. And for every unit time you invest in the business, it will be multiplied by the number of clones that you have successfully recruited via effective prospecting. What this means is that if I have 1,000 of myself as recruits or forever business owners that are successfully coming to the company, and they do exactly what I do. If in an hour I do 1 CC, what it means is that in that hour, I have done 1,001 CC in that same hour. And that is how powerful what we're talking about is today. Now, it gives the opportunity to replicate desired business attributes in prospects or potentials who have been enrolled or recruited as business partners, aka FBOs, downlines, recruits, and who in turn learn how to replicate these desired qualities in their business partners, and this process goes on and on, providing a stable base for growth. In fact, one other thing that makes this business also very important is that it makes what you can achieve limitless. That means that if you recruit everybody on Earth today, and you hear there's another planet that has human beings, and you go there and recruit them as well, you are just increasing yourself everywhere. That's just what it is. So there's a limitless potential attached to understanding and applying what we're going to talk about today. You see, prospecting and recruitment are the foundation based on which we build and develop our business. In other words, our downlines. The wider our base, the more stable the business. You can see why sports cars are very low and somehow they are down to the ground, and also they have a wide base. So that when they turn or they have very difficult terrain where they are moving at top speed, because we expect that we're going to project our business on top speed, we do not want a situation where we have a narrow base making our business to what? Topple. We need a broad base so that when we move around sharp turns and curves, our business will still be what? Balanced and stable. And that is what prospecting and recruitment will do for us. So replication, as aforementioned, is simply the process of transferring desirable qualities to others in such a way that they can do the same. A typical example is lecturing. You see, a lecturer teaches students in university, and then one or two of them pick interest and have the ability to teach the way they were taught, and hence that is why no matter how long a university how a university stays, you never run short of what? Lecturers. Because the forefathers or the founding fathers or the earlier lecturers have replicated themselves so well into their students, other people that come around, that they are able to continue the process on and on like that for generations to come. And that's how we can have different layers of identical or clones of ourselves. We have, because our clones begin to create more clones of themselves just as you created them, and the process goes on and on. And guess what? The gains that are accrued to each and every person finds its way back to the people that are the previous level, or the people that, or the person that impacted this theory of replication. So that's how important replication is. As you can see, this guy is just transferring something and rearranging. He's actually teaching the other person what he has in his mind, so that person will be able to teach some other person as well. Now, some of us get tired when we talk to people and we find out that they're not responding. You see, there's something called Pareto's principle. As we go out to, prospect and recruit, let us bear in mind that there's a theory that states that about 80% of desired output or expectation from a given situation is determined by about 20% of input. And a typical example is that 80% of our sales will come from 20% of our customers. Now, if 20% of prospects likely become downlines, or let's say you want to achieve 10 new downlines on 10 new prospects, all you need to do is multiply by what? 5. Then you have to talk to 50 people. Then the minimum number of people that will say yes to you will be 10. And then you have 100% of what your initial desire was. And that's why this is very, very important and is very good for us. A typical application of Pareto's principle is also found in time management. 80% of your time should be dedicated to 20% of those customers that give you 80% of your sales. You see, the reason why this is important is because that other 20%, that other 80% that are not giving you what you desire will slowly begin to cross over into the population of that 20% that gives you 80% of whatever you achieve it. But this can only be achieved with consistency. In prospecting, 20% of prospects, as aforementioned, invited, are expected to turn up. So what do? We invite 5 times the number. And that was as aforementioned. And that's to give us a sure result. Now, the factors for effective prospecting and recruitment. You see, there are certain factors that you have to possess. You can't just walk up to somebody and say, I'm prospecting, and you just start talking. No, certain things you have to possess. Because one thing you should understand is that the human mind is very, very powerful. In fact, there are certain parameters that the brain of a human being measures that science has not even discovered yet. That's to tell you, that's how you know when you're with your guys and a chick comes around, for instance, and you see that the girl can easily spot the guy that is the most useless person among us and spot the guy that is the richest. You see, that's just instinct. So we have to be able to be prepared for whatever the outcome is going to be. So being prepared is very essential, because if you fail to prepare, you're already preparing to fail. So certain factors must be possessed before effective prospecting and recruitment can take place. And these factors make prospecting to successfully end up in recruitment. A typical example, two major factors are the intrinsic, those are the ones from inside. Some of them are the ones that, so what we call follow come in Nigeria. You understand? That's the follow come, the one that came with you to planet Earth, or the one that you possess inside. And then the extrinsic ones are the ones you can learn from outside. As we're all learning from ourselves right now, we are improving on our extrinsic qualities. I'm going to show us better how this is, how we, now the intrinsic factors, these are personal qualities that recruiters must possess for prospecting to end up in successful recruitment. I'm going to show us some typical examples of what I'm talking about. Now, for examples, there are 3 P's of prospecting. Patience or perseverance. Yes, you have to be patient. Sometimes you may be prospecting and you may not be getting the result as you want it to be. So you just have to be patient enough to give the prospect. Sometimes you need to understand the situation. A typical example was that I was talking with somebody the other day, and then I took the person to the success show. I didn't even mention come and join this business. I just took her there. And there was this lady in this success event in Abuja recently. And there was this lady that wore a brown native. She was given an award, I think the spirit of something, you know. The woman was just so happy, dancing, jumping and everything. And the person that came with me was just quiet there. She didn't say anything. I never even knew that she was wondering what is making this woman so happy. I took my time, I waited with her, we were patient there together. And this lady turned to me finally, said, I can do this business. Today, this young lady is an assistant supervisor. She came into this business straight to assistant supervisor. That shows you what patience can do for you. But assuming I was talking to her all the way in the Uber, I'm like, you need to join now. She may be like, I need time. And before you know what's happening, she may lose interest. Some people could be like that. Persistence, sure. You are not going to just say because she has not answered you, then you walk away. No. You have to be persistent, at least. You may be persistent. Their persistence can come in many ways. It can be persistent as you talk to the person, persistence with regards to being around the person, listening to the person. Sometimes you may have to listen to things that you may not be interested in. But by listening to those things, you find out that you may even get something that you will use to link up and make this person interested. I will explain to us why it's important people take that decision themselves. Don't impose the business on people, because that could be actually detrimental to the actual things we're trying to achieve. Now, persuasiveness, of course, one has to be able to persuade some other person that this is safe, this is okay, look at me, look at the way I am. Actually, I was like this before, and now I am like that. You understand? And that's also very important. But wisdom is also profitable to direct, as we will see soon. So now, they ensure better results in recruitment via prospecting. Never give up. My mentor, Dr. Clement Idigo, will say, don't underestimate anybody. I have people that I never believe will be interested. In fact, one just from nowhere, you just see them popping up CCs from like that. I'm like, Then the ones you're actually thinking that are the ones that will do the major thing, and you see that they are not really doing how you expected. So never underestimate. That physical appearance, the way you are addressed as you are dressed. That means people will actually assess your physical appearance to even know whether you are mentally stable first before they start listening to you. That means you don't go to prospect in a very shabby clothing. Of course, you can't go prospecting when you have some pieces of meat and vegetables hanging in your teeth. You have to be neat. You have to have something that the person will really, get attracted to before you can actually impact what you want to. So you are dressed as you are dressed. Remember, the first impression matters. Your appearance is your first communication. Appear the way you want your business to be. So if you want your business to be in a very shabby manner, you can dress shabbily all the time. You understand? And trust me, find out that your business will actually be in a very shabby manner. Now, generosity, you have to be open-handed because you cannot receive like this. So people say, akagom, you need to open your hand. Akagom means a hand that is always like this. How can you receive something like this? You have to be able to open your hand before you can receive. Sometimes you end up giving people samples of these products so that they can feel what you are experiencing firsthand. And that is one of the most powerful ways to convince people. When a product speaks for you, you find out that you don't need to talk too much. Wow, just check out this young man over here. See how neatly dressed he is. Is this not amazing? This guy is so sharp and so neat that you can see that, that everything about him is looking appealing and appetizing. Now, your attitude is also very important. It's important not to damage the ambience of the prospecting arena with bad attitude. You walk into somewhere and you're already fighting with the guy at the door. And you want to go and talk to some other person sitting down near the door. Of course, the person will be wondering, no, this person is not okay for me. So your attitude is also very important. So as this means that one can fail to establish an avenue to prospect and recruit even before starting. Smiling, good body language, confidence, professionalism, enthusiasm, etc. are very, very important because these things will make us more receptive. That's just what it is. How can you prospect someone? Just imagine me walking like this towards you, and I'm coming to prospect, and I don't bring my hand down. You definitely shift, as in you'll be wondering, is this guy okay? Because you want to see my facial expression. You want to know whether, you want to look at me as I'm talking to know whether I'm really sincere or confident about what I'm talking about. Honesty, this is indeed the best policy. Do not give false promises. Some people will say, you can go and tell someone that once you register, next month you're going to America. You know, the companies in America, is in Arizona. That is not acceptable. The reason is that this leads to poor recommendation in the long run and hinders future prospects from possible consideration and recruitment. Excuse me. Now, confidence is also very essential. Just imagine I was giving this presentation and I was talking like this. So believe in yourself. And I put my hand in my mouth. Like, I mean, you see, you'll be wondering, a lot of you will begin to log off immediately because you'll be wondering, is this guy sure what he's telling us? So you have to believe in yourself, remove fear and doubt, believe in your goal, believe that your goals are achievable. You have to sell the concept of prospecting to yourself first before you sell to others. And this is what's going to boost confidence. I'm going to show us how we're going to boost confidence shortly, because one of the major ways you boost confidence is by what you contain. And you are actually weighed based on what you know. So I'm going to talk about that very briefly shortly. And that's why confidence is very, very, very important. The way you approach somebody confidently, you may be shocked. The person will even tell you, look, the reason why I'm joining this business is because of the way you walked up to me. You understand? And the way you spoke to me. And these are very, very, very essential. Wisdom is very, very profitable to direct. You cannot go into the labor world where a woman is pushing a baby and you're prospecting the woman. What are you thinking of? Because at that point in time, it is not actually a good time. Sometimes it's always is good to apply intelligence. One may tell you, I am not interested in this business. And you may be surprised. You tell the person, thank you very much. Now, let me tell you what happened. Let me share something with you. What happened in Abuja on Sunday? I was opportune to be with a very fantastic FBO, a very senior FBO, Mrs. Ejiogu. Yes, Mrs. Justina Ejiogu. So while we were somewhere, I just walked up to a group of young, beautiful ladies. Some of them had contact lenses. You know that these ones are not millionaires' children. These may be most likely billionaires' children. And of course, naturally, people will wonder, how can you go and talk to people like that? Of course, you know, the young ladies, they will just wash you down immediately. But I walked up to them, introduced myself. And I started by probing them in what we call, I started with open-ended questions. And guess what? These ladies left their games and started clustering around me. Immediately I mentioned Forever Living Products. One of them there said Forever Living Products, no, I don't like Forever Living. I'm like, oh, thank you very much. I really appreciate your honesty. And this is actually the kind of thing I love. can you just tell me why you don't like Forever Living products so that I can just learn and know whether it's something that we can improve on? And she said, actually, look, you don't talk too much about, I am a medical doctor. I'm a health practitioner. I said, fantabulous. I am also a health practitioner. And she paused and looked at me. You see, I didn't begin to tell her, I didn't start to insult her or call her names and all that. I just patiently listened to her and I was trying to probe out her reason. And then she said to me that she has studied everything I know about. And I said, I am from the part of health where I make what you studied. Immediately I said that, she paused for about 10 seconds, or about 5 seconds. And she thought about it that, look, I studied something and this guy makes what I studied. She just gave me her, please, can you give me, here's my number, call me. That was how my prospecting became very effective. And lo and behold, the girl is actually a medical doctor. So when you follow things with wisdom, things will definitely come and work out better for us. So application of wisdom helps us know when and how to prospect to get optimal results. Let's continue to seek wisdom always by learning and practicing constantly. It simplifies complicated situations. Bear in mind that foolish people make simple situations complicated, and wise people make complicated situations simple. Responsibility and hard work. Responsibility is the best alarm clock. This morning, I did not set my alarm, nothing, because I know I have a lot of patients to attend to. At the same time, I have to give this presentation. My natural alarm clock responsibility woke me up this morning around 4 a.m. And that was how I didn't set an alarm. So use it wisely. So, and remember that poverty is hardworking. You have to work harder. The one way you will know that poverty is really hardworking, stop working and stop making money. You find out that poverty never went on holiday. It's just that you have been working so hard that you do not notice that he was there. Poverty works very diligently and also strategizes on how to bring people down. So you have to work harder. You have to put in effort. You have to work smart, actually, not even hard, and avoid excuses. Just do it. Just do that thing. You don't have to, you just do it. Avoid excuses, you see, and you find out that you get used to not disappointing yourself. Punctuality and consistency. Imagine that you are going to prospect somewhere, and where you are going to prospect, you are late. Is that not strange? You are late. People that you came to prospect that don't know about what you're trying to offer them, they begin to leave one by one. And that this shows how important your activities are to you and brews seriousness in prospective recruits. It's important to develop great habits and treat this business with the respect it deserves. Anything that can pay money into your account without you leaving your house. You can be a millionaire in your house. Thanks to Facebook marketing, Google marketing, and a lot of other things, thanks to dispatch riders, and thanks to our managers in all our centers all over the country, you don't have to leave your house. Sometimes before you come down from your bed, you have made 500,000, 200,000. I kid you not, 100. Imagine waking up, good morning, to 50,000 naira or 100,000. You've not started work, you've not done anything for that day. Is that not awesome? And that's why punctuality and consistency is very, very important in this business. Now we have the extrinsic factors. These are the ones that we learn from outside. These qualities and skills that can be learned in order to contribute to effective prospecting and recruitment. Time management, of course, time and money. Communication skills, listening skills, planning skills, recruiting through products. We're going to get there very soon. That's a skill that you need to learn. We need to learn and acquire. If you have learned it already, add to the one you know, and you see that things will still get better. So the process of controlling and planning how much time is given to specific activities to yield optimal results in the shortest possible time is basically what is called time management. It helps us to relieve stress. It gives us more time for recruitment, gives more opportunities and helps achieve goals. When you maximize your time, you find out that you need less time to do or achieve what you want to achieve. You see, time wastage is a very big issue. According to Jane Leach, any time wasted can't be gotten back. In fact, the time I started this program or this seminar has gone forever and ever. Only God can bring it back. Nothing can never come back except through God. Now, effective time management. Now, they help you to set your goals and deadlines correctly. And then you use a SMART method, meaning that whatever you are doing has to be, specific, measurable, achievable, reliable, and what? Time bound. It also has to be, yes, relevant as well. That's reliable or relevant. And you see, and then you can find out when you get this correctly, it helps you to be what? Organized, you rest adequately, you plan ahead, and you prioritize wisely. In short, do not waste your time. Communication skills simply means the ability to convey information or ideas effectively. Imagine I was talking like this. You cannot hear what I'm saying. Or I'm talking like this. You can't hear me. Because communication means somebody has to be talking when the person is listening. Or you can imagine that as I'm talking right now, you are also talking, even though you know I can't hear you. So how can you hear me? So the ability to convey information or ideas effectively is what communication skills will help us with. Listening skills as well. As many of us are listening to me right now, when you listen properly, then you even know what you're going to ask at the end of the day. So imagine you're prospecting and the person just says, I've used Forever Living product before and the product is very wonderful. I wish I could actually be a member of Forever Living, and you were not listening. So while the person has reached Z, you are still in A, you want to start from beginning again. You'll be surprised that when you want to start your sermon, you find out that the person that you have won the election long before the voting process. So that's why it's important we listen so that we can pick lines that show that this job can actually be much, much easier than some of us think. So planning skills, of course, you need to plan. You have to create and keep developing a prospect list. That's one secret. I want to understand that sometimes you find yourself having like 20, 10, 15 prospects telling you that they want to join. But sometimes you need to lean back and check. You may find out that out of those people, it's not even the doctor or the nurse or the pharmacist that is even serious. You may find yourself starting with the computer scientist. Or you may find yourself starting with the lady that you met on TikTok, on what's it called, YouTube. Because she already has some qualities that can actually make your team stronger. So you have to plan with such a person first before you start talking about people that are not serious. Because some people are so comfortable that they may not even have that time to listen to you. Whereas someone that is serious in business and has the required or desired skill you need should be given consideration. If there is need to actually have a scale of preference, you plan with a scale of preference, and no matter how fast one runs in the wrong direction, the destination will never be reached. So if you are running at the speed of light in the wrong direction, you will never reach where you're going. So you have to move in the right direction. Even if you are moving in the right direction slowly, you definitely will get there. So planning helps set and achieve our goals strategically. They go hand in hand. So let's just move to prospecting and recruiting through products. The reason why I'm coming here straight is because this is the most effective way to win people over. A lot of my downlines are actually people that had one issue or the other, and to their greatest surprise, with the help of the health, I'm talking about these products being able to help or assist. And you find that they became much, much better, faster than they expected. And instantly, they said they want to join this wonderful company that produced these products. So these are the various activities and acquired skills necessary to achieve desired results in recruitment via products. Now, the idea is not to tell people, join, the way some people, conductors shout, oh, show you, enter the post. No, that's not what we're looking for. But to make them take that decision to join via personality and or proximal product experience. You can imagine somebody that noticed that you were having rashes on your neck the previous day. And that morning, the person comes to you and says, what happened to your rashes? Oh, I used the bee propolis cream. Bee propolis cream. They show me the thing. How much is it? This is just about 12 or 13,000. And it can last up to 3 to 6 months. Please, I need one. The person uses it, and people are saying, what happened? Before you know what's happening, 4 people come to knock on your door the next day and say that they want that cream. And they say, in short, show us the other products that they have. My brothers and sisters in the Lord, they are already having effective prospecting and recruiting loading. Just by what? Proximal product experience. That's why it's important to use the product and you also share the product. Your personality also matters because nobody wants to be around a cantankerous person. You understand? And bear in mind that there's something that that we forget sometimes when we are prospecting. There's what they call a counter prospect. The person you are prospecting is prospecting you. That is just how life is. And you see, prospecting is not even far from how people get married. When you meet the man or woman of your dreams and you walk up to the person, from the perfume that the guy wore, Versace perfume, down to the shoes he's putting on, down to how neatly ironed and the way he talks. When you speak, the guy will keep quiet, listen to you, and talk based on the person you are prospecting is also prospecting you. It's called counter prospect. It's watching you, trying to know whether you are even worth listening to. That's why it's important we are actually dressed the way we want to be addressed. So important factors for effective prospecting include product knowledge. Prospect knowledge. Product knowledge means you cannot talk about what you don't know, my brothers and sisters in the Lord. You can't. You have to understand something about the prospect. If, for instance, you are assuming you are trying to prospect some of our FBOs that are, we have so many wonderful looking FBOs, especially the female, because of the product that they are using. Assuming they were not FBOs, and you should know someone that would be conscious of beauty. You can start with Sonia Skin Pack. You don't go and meet a fine, pretty young lady holding a very expensive Gucci bag and everything is on all Prada and you're coming to talk about hypertension. What concerns her with hypertension? But the moment you talk about, do you know that I can make your skin even younger? And the person now asks you, how is that possible? You understand? If the person asks you how that is even possible, then you find out that you have an opening to go into what we're talking about. You understand? So how will you do that without knowing what the product is? And how will you do that without knowing what or anticipating what the prospects desire? There's another way this can actually be done that helps us to unfold or open up the mystery behind every prospect. And that is via what we call open-ended questions. When you engage in conversations that help in a process called probing. But that's for some other time to discuss. Now, you have to know about the company policy so that you don't go and lie. All I shall go to hell. If you go and start telling somebody that the Forever Living Pro is sharing cars to everybody every month, and the person now joins, you're your own, because I wasn't there. According to one young lady, she said I didn't date. So me too, I didn't date too, because if they come and ask, where is the car? You that use your mouth to lie, you know how you start, you explain and explain the way they were explaining in court in Abuja that day. And you may never get anything that will come out of the explanation. Be statistically informed. Of course, you need to know the current trends. When you're talking to somebody, you say, do you know that cholesterol and stress are the leading cause of death among human beings? It has been proven that about 90% of people that die as a result of cholesterol and stress, one way or the other. As I saying that, the person can ask you, cholesterol? Ask you, please, is there cholesterol inside vegetable, inside pig meat? I eat it a lot. We have to go and do a lipid profile. You have already gotten a prospect in that. So you have to study. And especially ladies. Ladies love when someone is talking with wisdom. That's why you find out that women are attracted, especially women, they are attracted to intelligence. They are attracted to knowledge. Even if you don't have so much money and you are neat and you have good ambition in life, and then you appear okay, and you now talk with intelligence, you find out that even the daughter of the richest man will be crying that if it is not lucky, I'll not marry again. That's just it. So you have to have these qualities. Of course, there's something they call 3-foot rule, courtesy of our dear Mama Maria Idigo. 3-foot rule means anybody within your space, your circumference of your radius or diameter of 3 feet, your radius of 3 feet is a potential prospect. Even inside police station, that the policemen are interrogating you, another policeman comes and the man is coughing, is a prospect because he has come within your space. You understand? And these are the things, sometimes people are always waiting for like the way they normally wait before they do a 100 meters race. There's no referee that will blow a whistle and say, beep, prospect. No, you need to know how to recognize a potential prospect. That's why wisdom is profitable today. So this 3-foot rule is very, very important. Of course, lunch meetings. There's nothing as good. You see, just as women say, the way to a man, the way to, you see, sometimes when people are actually in front of what you are talking about, it stimulates more interest in them. And that's why these lunch meetings are very, very important. Social media advantage. May God continue to bless Mark Zuckerberg, because who has time to be going from door to door, knocking to people? Please, if you have hypertension, come out. No, Mark Zuckerberg has helped via Facebook marketing to solve this problem. Why don't you take advantage of this? And you can actually get new people from Facebook. People have been registered without ever meeting their upline before, and they are doing well. So people have been registered and they cannot speak the same language as the person that registered them, and they are doing well. So that's just one. So social media advantage should be taken. You should also learn how to handle the objections. As I aforementioned, my situation with that medical doctor on Sunday. You can see that from the way I responded, she immediately gave me her number on her own. I did not force her. She just collected my phone, gave me her number. So she wants me to call her. So you know how to handle objections. If someone tells you no, trust me. In fact, let me tell you the truth. The best people are those that say no first and later come back to say yes. Because they are sincere. They don't lie. They will tell you wholeheartedly they don't like it. When you now ask them why, and you talk to them and explain to them, and they now say yes. It's not easy. That tells you that person is truthfully convinced. Because if he could have said no, then there's no reason for him to say yes. If he still a no. So these are people that you should actually try and hold on to possible. So first of all, we cannot talk about product knowledge without even knowing why we need supplements from basic. So, well, this is just saying that for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. And for every ailment or condition, there's often shortage of something needed or an excess of something unneeded. You see, starting from hypertension, blood pressure is needed to pump blood in the body. But when it becomes too high, hypertension. Then talk about hypotension. We need blood pressure, but when it becomes too low, hypotension. And a lot of other factors. We need calcium in our bones. And when that calcium at the joints gets depleted, the person is having osteoarthritis. Because the structural integrity at the joints is already getting weak. So now, these are common unwanted actions that lead to health challenges and conditions. Supplements simply help us to do what? Achieve the desired what? Opposite reaction. That means if someone is having osteoporosis or osteopenia, like that's bone weakness or the bone eroding away, we all know that calcium is very, very important. And we know that for that calcium to stick, vitamin D3 is also essential. And we also know that the calcium may have relocated to some other part of the body, like the heart also needs calcium. If it's too much there, the vessels of the heart begin to become hardened. We need to move that back to the bones, and that's why we need vitamin K2. Fields of greens is already there. You can see. So that's tell you that movement of these things from areas an area that is unwanted, which is the flesh, the heart, to an area that is wanted, which is the bone, is something that supplements can do for you. And by taking advantage of nature's blessings to rejuvenate or restore needed things that are depleted, or remove or reverse unneeded things that are already deposited. This is how supplements assist to achieve our desired health. So what are supplements? I simply call them miracles. They are packaged miracles that God potentiates to help us achieve our desired health goals. Hence, they simply add the extra to the ordinary to help us achieve extraordinary health objectives. It is also worthy of note that they commonly have no side effects, making them mostly safe for use without adverse reactions. Believe it or not, one thing that kills people the highest on earth is prescription medication. Go and Google it. I know patients that have been taking, I know at least two or three that have been taking BP medication. One say for 7 years, another say for 10 years. One day, and they were already on forever living product. And I asked the person, I said, why don't you check your blood pressure at least once before you even take the BP medication this day? Because if your BP is normal, it can crash or you can collapse. Because the patient was already talking about feeling dizzy. Lo and behold, this patient checked and checked and checked for up to a month without taking any BP medication. Because I told her, I said, look, once you check and your BP is 115/65, or your BP is 110/70, if you take BP medication, 2 classes of BP, you can crash and you may collapse and pass out. She has been checking till today. BP has not gone up again. She started shouting, what God cannot do does not exist. What God cannot do does not exist. I said, yes, but you did not know. Because these supplements are packaged miracles that God can potentiate to help us achieve our desired health goals. So, why do we need high quality supplements? Very simple. To have better therapeutic efficacy or achieve our health goals better. So, an example is Arctic Sea. Arctic Sea contains what we call essential fatty acids. Normally, the normal structure they have is that it will have a glycerol backbone shaped as an E. If you know what letter E is, don't worry. Science is easy to explain. It's shaped as letter E. You see how fragile it is like this. Any small heat breaks it. So it has to be produced in a very cold, there's no heat has to be applied. Because if you apply heat, imagine all the E's coming together like this and breaking down inside from a molecular level, then you will not have a very sound or potent eicosapentaenoic acid or docosahexaenoic acid, as the case may be. And you know, these things are very essential for the brain. So people that want to make very cheap supplements, just apply heat and then the oil drops down. And as it drops down into the container, they put it inside capsules and they share for everybody at a very cheap mass production rate. People are drinking and swallowing it. Whereas they are swallowing an ester and not something that has an ester, not having a counterfeit molecular structure. And they draw a very big fish on the container. And that's why, and you see, a lot of patients will be saying they're taking essential fatty acids, but it's not working. Forever Living Products follows what they call cold process, meaning that the integrity of these molecules are kept intact. That's why when you just use it for a while, someone that is having memory problem will begin to remember things. It's not magic, it's pure science. It's just science and God. Or children that are dull in class, they begin to improve. I have more than one testimony with regards to children that are dull. I told them, give this child Arctic Sea. And before you know what's happening, the child began to excel. The mother was showing me, look at my son's report. Look at my son's report. It has improved. Just because the person invested 20-something thousand. And now the child is having a better foundation of knowledge. That's how powerful having the right or high quality supplement is. Forever Living Products has been doing this for more than 45 years. And in more than about 170 countries in planet Earth. How many countries do we have? And in those countries, there are uncountable branches. Considering that each and every single one of us is a branch already naturally because we are all forever business owners. So you can imagine that we are all. That means that this goodness can be spread everywhere. So you see, the function of supplements is basically what I aforementioned. They help to replenish needed, depleted materials and deplete unneeded, deposited materials, just as we have already spoken about. And they also help to assist and should not be used and disregarding what your healthcare giver has told you to do. Now, but more specifically, they're important with waste management, boost immunity, and a whole lot of other things that we are very, very familiar with as FB. Now, product knowledge. You can't give what you don't have, and you are defined by what you know. That's why it's important that product knowledge is something that we should not joke with. You see, until knowledge convicts, one will not convince. I heard that from Mr. Ugochukwu Umeogo, and it's stuck in my head. So since experience is the best teacher, use and share the products to give first-hand experience. This increases the chances of effective recruitment of prospects. Yeah, the best testimony is the personal testimony. When people that knew you, when you were having a particular condition, find out that the thing is gone, or you were fat like a Kozuna, and now you're having 6 packs and you're now okay. People come and ask you, what did you do? In fact, I just supplied somebody in Asaba yesterday. A husband and wife that were overweight. Of course, you trust women. Immediately she took the C9 and gave her the Garcinia Plus and Tem and garlic thyme, the lecithin to follow up for 21 days. Initially, she told me that her fat never goes down. I said, it's not possible. One day she called me and told me that she checked her weight, she has lost 5 kg. I said, 5 kg only. But bear in mind that 5 kg is half a bucket of fat. Just know, if you know that, fat is like half a bucket of fat is 5 kg. And she continued to reduce weight. Now, a friend of her husband now found that the guy, and asked him, guy, why are you, what are you doing to yourself? And he says, one of my brothers that gave me one thing inside box like that, told me how to use it, blah, blah. The guy, Igbo men don't waste time. The guy called me on the phone, said, please, the way they order things, how many cartons do I need? So you need just one. One, send me your account number. And that was how I got Chacha to supply the person yesterday. As I came down from bed, I already supplied about 1 cc, just because of the testimony that some other person had regards to the product. Now, there's something I call forever living language. What it means is that when you understand what these products have, you can combine them the way you combine words, and you can communicate with a disease to live somebody's body or a health condition to get better. That's why it's very important to understand. So if somebody comes to you and tells you that the patient had a stroke, for instance, we already know it's cholesterol and it's ischemic stroke. Ischemic stroke just means stroke as a result of cholesterol blockage. That's all. Forget the grammar. That is ischemic. Yeah, I don't know whether it's intentional to confuse some of us, but it's not difficult to understand. It's just a blockage. So once you have anything that can clear or remove this cholesterol from that area, you find out that the cells will even have some time to. So in one short, let the cells breathe. The cell will begin to breathe. And at least you find out that the case of the stroke patient will begin to get better. So what are the examples of things that can do this? We know that essential fatty acids that are found in Arctic Sea are known to do what? Lead to production of what is called antithrombin. Antithrombin just means cholesterol dissipator or cholesterol scatterer. Say it that way. We know that garlic thyme contains lecithin. Lecithin does to cholesterol what OMO does to engine oil. Of course, you know that you need that. Of course, cardio health, because hypertension may have caused the stroke. You need cardio from the word cardio. Cardio in Latin simply means heart. Don't worry about the big grammar. Just understand the basic thing there. Without being told, you should know that aloe vera is what we call an adaptogen. From the word adaptogen, it is adapting the thing back to what it was before. With these 4 products, basically, apart from other things that may have come up, because if the patient has had a bed sore, you have to address that with aloe fest and aloe jelly. So you can see that you're already sharp. So when you're talking to somebody and say, I know these products are good, you mentioned this, but the person will say, please, let's just get some first, and before you know what's happening. You can go to church and make an announcement. My father that was having stroke before is getting better. It was that man that helped me. What do you think will happen? People will start coming to you. And that's how product knowledge can lead to what? Effective prospecting. So now this simply means understanding the benefits and application of Forever Living product to achieve various health goals or benefits based on their features. It is worthy of note that the basic knowledge of ailments and condition is important for targeted or magic bullet results. Magic bullet is a movie, I think the movie was called Curve. I think it was Angelina Jolie and some other guy where they could shoot a gun and the bullet would curve and go and meet their target. So the target is running and decides to run, but the bullet will follow the person. That's what's called magic bullet. That means no matter how the situation is, you still get end result. So you see, you are defined by what you know. If you don't know anything, you are what we call an olodo. Nobody will listen to you because they know that you have nothing to offer. But remember that what you know is easy and what you don't know is difficult. That's what my father always used to say, right? And he said that, he said, for what you know is easy and what you don't know is difficult. And that's one thing that always motivated me then to try to know as much as possible. Because when you know, you have known, it belongs to you. There's no limit to what, nobody can say, okay, you have known enough, stop knowing. The more you know, the easier things be to you. Now, with product knowledge, application and or use of Forever Living product has better direction. This knowledge can give leverage on which effective prospecting and recruitment can occur. Remember the testimony I gave about the guy that slimmed down, him and his wife. Oh, bear in mind that his wife registered with 2cc. Of course, women don't waste time. She's now my downline. And that's how effective it can be. So understanding elements from basic principles help make product knowledge highly applicable. Yes. So prospect knowledge, knowing about whom you are prospecting helps to give an anchor point to leverage on. Remember the instance I told you about a young lady with a very lovely Gucci bag and all Prada and all that, and you're going to talk about hypertension. You think that a lady of 19 years has much business with hypertension. My brother, talk about Sonia beauty products, and you will see that she will definitely listen to you. Company policy knowledge helps to elucidate the workings of the company and marry company features with appealing benefits. Because it's always, you see, there's a synergistic effect when you know that you are gaining in more than one way by affiliating, associating with something, someone, or an organization. Now, being statistically informed helps make interactions factual. Open and closed-ended questions, as I aforementioned, help us to get a yes. That means you don't go to somebody and say, do you want aloe vera gel? Yes or no? Let's look at it. No, I don't want it though. I never asked for it. But if you ask the person and say, would you like to have a product? Would you like to have something that can make you, okay, what are the challenges you face as you're getting older in life? That's an open-ended question. As you start talking, my body is get tired. I feel as if I'm breaking down. My skin is wrinkling and this and that. And then you now use a close-ended question to follow and say, what if I can give you something that can reverse you back to how you were before, and also help you to adapt your system to a better level of health, blah, blah, blah. Who will say no? Nobody won't die. That's why close-ended question comes after the open-ended. Because the open-ended question has helped you to probe out the desire of the prospect. That's what we go about. Maybe some other time talk about that. Then the 3-foot rule, thanks to Maria, the goal of placebo memory. Anyone within proximity is a potential prospect and recruit. Anybody. As your grandfather is giving you Holy Communion, if you look at his leg and see that his leg is so happy that day, man, collect the Holy Communion. When you after Mass, you go and meet him and say, Father, I noticed that your leg was swollen when you were giving me Holy Communion. I have a product that can help to improve your cardiac function and help your heart to pump this blood that is pulling on your leg up. You'll be surprised that by the time it's in one day, they'll be giving an announcement, and the Reverend Father is giving special thanks to Dr. Drugs for helping him to relieve his pedal edema. You may be surprised. What do you think will happen to the other people in the church? So everybody is a potential prospect. Even your enemy is a potential prospect. Somebody can be hating you bitterly, and you say, see, you know that this hatred is affecting your heart. I have product for your heart too. that can give you energy, so that you can, at least you can be alive to hate me more. Don't worry. You can continue the hatred after I supply you. It's something. You may have a prospect that will be an enemy, but inside, and still, as far as the CCs are coming from there, bring the enemy CCs. We need it. Now, social media advantage helps to engage a wide pool of prospective recruits in product related activities and exhibitions that potentially leads to patronage and recruitment. Can you talk to 10,000 people at once? My brothers and sisters in the Lord, Facebook has that power, because anybody that clicks on that thing, bam, is interested. So Facebook will help you to prospect, and then you will now do what? Carry on from when they present it. So launch meetings, of course, are an excellent way to open recruitment opportunities via one-on-one interaction, and handling objections involve listening carefully to such objections, appreciating the prospect for being honest, and making conversation that will diplomatically leave the prospect open for further prospecting. I heard that from Jane Leach. So somebody tells you that they're not interested, and they're expecting, some people are expecting you to have a negative reaction. If you just tell the person, just say, no, I'm not interested. And the person is expecting you to say, get away. What do you mean? Instead of you saying, get away, get lost, you're like, I really appreciate your honesty. In fact, I've been curious to know whether, I'm actually curious to know the things that you, blah, blah, blah. But so I hope, but it's just that you will actually make a very, very wonderful, colleague in this company, because I have noticed that you have this quality, this honest quality, which is actually desirable. I hope that some other time when we meet, we'll be in a very good atmosphere to continue this activity. You've left discussion open. The person can be walking away and say, hey, I shouted at this guy too much. The next time I meet the person, say, hey, what was that thing you were telling me about? Prospect online. So now let's go to follow up. These are the activities carried out to retain and nurture a prospect who has enrolled as a business partner. Relationships are important and need looking after. I also heard that from Jane Leach. You can see the relationship between this cat and mouse. You see? But it's just that this is a digestive relationship that the cat is looking at. But we are actually looking for another type of, relationship, and that is the type of people close to you. The closer people get to you, the better you communicate. The better you receive information from them, and the easier it is for you to probe out what they need to have a very effective prospect. Now, these things include taking the next line of action immediately in order to avoid the new team member from turning cold. Sometimes somebody will collect a contact from someone. This is a very powerful prospect. That you leave the contact. In fact, some people will carry the contact and put inside freezer to even get cold very well. Please do not do that, because people like something that happens back to back. That way, you keep the fire burning. So book your next meeting appointment immediately. Engage them in fruitful activities, launch meeting. Don't come and start talking about aloe gel. Listen, you start talking about, I'm an Arsenal fan, but doesn't mean that come and start talking about Arsenal. Leave what we're talking about. You understand? So that's not how to go. But you have to keep that prospect warm. Don't let that person turn cold. Launch meetings, recruitment is often done one-on-one for best result. Launch meetings give the opportunity to interact with prospective recruits directly and elucidate things better. It also gives the opportunity to meet new recruits. In fact, I met another person in Abuja. Okay, that lady I met in Abuja here, I had already known her before, but we've never ever met before. But the day we met one-on-one and we spoke, that was the day she registered. So you can imagine how important it is to have. So launch meetings bring these people around in close proximity. They ask questions they form their own team of panelists. They ask you questions, you answer them, you interact, you joke, you laugh at everything. That also builds a form of bond, that trust. The advantage is what is on ground now, because this will help you to cover a wide, in fact, instead of you entering a plane to Japan to go and get a project, you know, Facebook, and you can actually do FaceTime and talk to somebody. If you feel that your phone is too small, connect it to your smart screen. You'll be big, and it will be as if both of you are in the same room. Yes, some people even meet their husbands online. How much more getting a recruit online? It's easier. And you can see phone calls are effective to initiate and maintain relationships necessary for getting and retaining new recruits. Now, generosity. Akagom is not good for forever living product business. You must be open-handed. If you know somebody that you feel needs these products and can afford them, you don't have to go and say, oh my God, a whole bottle of aloe gel. In fact, there's a new downline we have. In Lekki phase 1, where we're going for mass, I just met this woman. I knew that she was very beautiful and very smooth, all things white and bright and beautiful. Something just told me to give her a bottle of aloe gel. I gave her a bottle of aloe gel. Not only did she register under me, she now told me that, you know what, because she travels around the world a lot. So she said, by the 19th of next month, I will need another bottle. From 19th of May, I called her and said, I need that, but not only did she buy another bottle, she registered. Not only registered, she bought products of more than 160. That's how important not being an akagom is. You should be able to share this product. You understand? And that is why it's very important. And also it will give the person you shared it to a first-hand experience about what we are talking about. So value always finds its way back. What it means is if you throw value, if you like throw value away from an airplane, it will one way or the other come back to come and meet you. So keep in touch. So why do we need forever living products? Well, health is very important to our existence, and forever living products help us to stay healthy. But guess what? There's even more. Ecclesiastes 10:9 says that money accelerates all things. Because as much as you're getting healthy, forever living will help you to get what? Wealthy. But the challenge is not only how to make money, but how to have enough time to enjoy it. That's another one. You see, sometimes while that comes in layers, when you solve one, another one will appear. Now you're making money. You're a big boy, but you don't have time again. So it's often either one is poor and lazy and has a lot of time to himself, or one is rich and hardworking and has little time for other things in life, like family, vacation, etc. Because it's often believed that money and time don't go together. The cash flow quadrant gives us an idea of relationship between time and money in different business styles. This is what they call the cash flow quadrant. Everybody is trying to move from this left side to this right side. He's an employee. As you're working, you're earning. Unfortunately, a good part of what you earn will go to your Oga. Your Oga will eat before you. The self-employed simply means that it's pay as you go. As you're working, the day you don't open your shop to fry akara, that day you will not earn anything. But a business owner now has many people frying akara for him all over the place, which is even still better because the employees, as the number of branches the person open, number of money the person, an increased amount of money the person will get. So the person has been able to replicate himself all over. Then the investor. In fact, I have a friend called Investor. All the people I know that are called Investor, except what's the name of that guy, that comedian? I forgot that his name, that is Chubby. He says his name is Investor. Everybody wants to be an investor. Sabinus. Everybody wants to be an investor like Sabinus. You understand? Because that's where the cocoa is. Your money is working for you. If you decide as an investor you want to throw your money inside the ocean, your money will arrest you, take you to a mental hospital. Your money will pay for you. Your money will book mental sessions for you. And your money will take you back to your office to go and redo what the mistake you have done. Your money is now alive. And that's what forever living people can do for you. That's where everybody is going to. That's where the real thing is. Whether you like it or not, the money will be coming in. And that's where forever living products do. So forever living products gives you that opportunity via multi-level marketing to have both time and money while you enjoy amazing health benefits, wealth, and bonus packages that came with. I found myself in Ghana the other day because of forever living products. All expense paid. In fact, I don't think I went to my wallet. Shishi, no pay. And that's what forever living products can do for you. And you can find out that apart from the health, you see that most people in forever living products are younger than their peers. A typical example is my mentor. He is young. If you meet his age group, some of them are using walking sticks, some of them, but he runs and jogs because he uses forever living products regularly. That's one of the advantages. Apart from as you're using the product for yourself, they're still paying you. Your friend is using, they're paying you. You recruit somebody, anything you do, shake body, they are paying you. Look up, they are paid. Look down there. Anything you do in Forever Living Products, you are being paid for it. In short, so one has to take this very, very seriously. Now, remember, being extraordinary is simply by adding extra to your ordinary. Be extraordinary in all you do. Because I'm talking to myself as well. What you know is easy, and what you don't know is difficult. That's as Newton describing this. That's the universal gravitational formula there, and that's him holding an apple on a tree. That's caused by that. Thanks for coming, and remain blessed.
All right, no problem. A wonderful afternoon again to everybody. It's so good to be here. We are taking this particular training for a lot of people or some of our FBOs who are having difficulties since we moved to this new platform that is called the Titan. We've had a lot of feedbacks from our FBOs concerning adapting to this new Titan platform from Forever Living Products, which is our e-commerce platform. So I'll just be giving us a little some insight into what our what Titan is all about. So basically, Titan is our e-commerce platform from Forever Living Products, where our FBOs can go online to shop and do their business. So when you talk about e-commerce, like most of us will know, the E in the e-commerce, the E actually stands for electronic, which is electronic commerce. So when we are talking about electronic or e-commerce as it is, it's simply a means of where we buy and sell, or the definition here is where we buy and sell products and services, in a kind of electronic way over the internet. So what Forever Living has done is that we've brought a platform for all our business owners whereby you can do business over the internet in a very, very conducive and convenient way. So what does this imply? It's just a simple means of you having your login details for you to go onto the platform, login, and from there you can carry on and do your business not only in Nigeria but all over the world, because Forever has such a wide network. So for those of us who are just getting familiar or who are just joining the Forever business, or have had issues with coming on board onto the Titan, this few minutes is specially designed for you. So I hope you can all see my screen.
Yes, please.
Okay, so fantastic. So this is what the Forever Nigeria web page or Titan looks like. As you can see, you have the shop, you have the join, about, and the login points where you have on the page. So for those of us who have an ID number, or if you have your ID, number and you have your password rather, all you have to do is just come onto this page here and click login. You first go to www. Let me do it all over again so that we can see the web page. So you come to www, just in your browser, either your Google browser, your Chrome, or your Firefox, or whatever browser you're using. Just type in www.foreverliving.com. You can search for it, and your browser, because I've already logged in anyway, your browser should take you to the different addresses, but all you have to do is click on the www.foreverlivingproducts on your search results. It will take you to this page. So all you have to do is just click on login. Once you click on login, your page should take you to where you are meant to enter your login details. So what you're required for your login details is your ID number and your password. So for those who have been using the previous Forever Nigeria page, where you can log in through your backend and all of that kind of stuff, you'll notice that you can't do that anymore with Titan because a lot of settings have changed. So in order for you to be able to have access into this new platform, which we call the Titan, you will need to reset your password. And the process of doing that is very easy. There's no need for you to start calling the office or asking the office to help you reset your password. That was what was being done some months ago. All you have to do now is it's been automated. All you have to do is just come here and click on reset password. I don't want to do mine now because I already did that yesterday because of this presentation. So, but if you're having any issues logging in, all you have to do is just click on reset password, and a link will be sent to the email address you used in registering your Forever business, or when you were capturing your details into the um, our Forever database. So it's that email you now go into and you click on that email, which will prompt you to come back here to enter your desired password. I think the characters I think it's the minimum characters for you putting in a new password is about 6 characters. It could be numeric, it could be alphabet, but just make sure that you remember your the password, the new password you want to use in logging in. So I'm just going to go straight in and log in myself. So okay, I think I'm using caps. So I'm logging in now into my Forever page, and it's going to take me to my home page where, okay, great. So it's loading, it's taking me to the Forever home page. This is where we can do a lot of things. And, just to talk a little bit more about what this new Titan has to offer, and doing business, online. It's a very fast way. You can see I just logged in minutes. I have access to what we call my dashboard. On my dashboard here, you can see I have what do you call it now? Updates that we have we have information that keeps us updated. You have my quick links. You have upcoming events. You have different incentives that are running in the company. So it's a full package. All what you need in order for you to, especially for those who are just joining in, it's an opportunity for you to be able to run your business smoothly. So on your dashboard, you have your reports, you have your trainings, you have your tools, you have FLP 360. And what I have noticed about this new Titan or this new web pages is like FLP 360 in a kind of mini packaged form. There are so many things you can actually do with your business. When you log into your web page, you have so many things at your fingertips that can actually help you to enhance your business, in this so-called future of the future of doing business electronically on the internet. So you have where you can check your reports, check for trainings, you have the tools. All these things are available for you in order for you to do your business in in the modern way, which we call it now. So I'm just going to go briefly through how you can shop online because I don't want to waste too much of our time. So as you can see here, I notice that I'm in Nigeria. Once you log in, you should have the Nigerian flag showing. That means you have actually logged in into your home page, your Nigerian page. A lot of people do businesses all over the world. So as you can see, on my own page, I have different business in the Caribbean, in Europe, in North America, in the Pacific. But today we are dealing with our home Nigeria here. So if you want to go about doing your shopping online, all you have to do is come to the left corner of your page and click on shop. Once you click on shop, you can see it will highlight what particular product you want to shop for. So you have the drinks, you have the B products, you have the nutritional supplement, weight management, anything you would like to order, it's there online. They are just on some few occasions where we run out of products, like presently right now, there are some few products that are not available, but you will see there stated that it is out of stock. So you cannot even go ahead to order for such product. So I'm just going to do a simple demonstration on the process of ordering. So if I want to order 3 aloe vera gels for myself, all I have to do is click on drinks. Once I click on drinks, I can see on my page here, on the page here, it has all the aloe vera drinks available in Forever Living Products Nigeria. Like I mentioned, there's some products that are not available right now. As you can see, it's showing out of stock. So you can't even, once I put my cursor here, you can't even order for it. Like the Fabex and Promestin are not available presently. So I'm just going to order my aloe vera gel, and I would like to purchase the aloe vera. So I just click on add, or I click on the aloe vera gel itself. So once I click on the image, if I would like, depending on the quantity, all I have to do is increase the quantity. If I want more than 1 or 2, I just click on this plus sign, 1, 2. So you can see 3. I clicked on it 3 times. Then it's showing me that I'm about to order 3 aloe vera gels. Once I'm satisfied with this, all I have to do is just click on add to bag. So once I click on add to bag here, as you can see in my shopping cart here, it has appeared that I have 3 aloe vera gels in my shopping cart. So if I also want to order some other products, like I still want to go around in probably in the B product section, all I just have to do is click on continue. Once I click, oh, sorry, I don't have to click on continue, rather, I'll go back to continue shopping. So once I go to B products, I come here, I can see the different vape products that are available presently. So I just click on the image and I click on add to bag. Say I want to add 2 honey. I click on add to bag. So as you can see, it has appeared here. The case credit, the amount will be stated in your cart for you to know exactly what you're about to order. So you can order as much product as you want. You can go weight management. As you can see, you still have other products there. Whatever you would like, household, personal care, just go there and find whatever products which you are interested in, then you order. So once I am satisfied with what I want to order, I just come to my shopping cart, which is on the right corner here, and I click on continue. Once I click on continue, as you can see, it has given me a breakdown of the products I'm about to order. So it's asking me to check out. So once I'm satisfied with what I'm looking at on my webpage, in my cart, all I do is click on checkout. So once I click on checkout, you have your delivery options. Before now, for those who have been using the online platform, you would know that the online office, what we used to do then before, especially in Lagos here, is we pick up, you can pick up and we pick up and we ship at the same time. But with the emergence of the new Titan now, we have the option to only ship from the online store. So if you're placing an order, bear in mind that whatever order that you're placing, we only ship from the online store. If you want to pick now from a particular location, Aromire has been included. That is the product center. So once you place your order and you want it to be a pickup order, and you're in Lagos, you select Aromire for your pickup. Then we also have additional pickup center, which is Kano. This has just been included for those of us who are in the northern side. I believe Aminu is in charge of the Kano pickup location. So if you have people who are in the north, you can actually place an order in those locations and in that location, and you can have it delivered, or if you want it to be, you want the order to be picked up. Yes. So we have an additional pickup center, which is Kano. The other ones that we had before were Abuja and Port Harcourt. So we have Aromire, which is a pickup center now. We have Abuja, we have Port Harcourt, and we have Kano. So these are the pickup locations that we have. So if it's an order that is very, very urgent, you know, sometimes we have people who say, oh, my customer needs this product delivered immediately. You can actually set a pickup location and have a dispatch rider go over there to pick up for you. So those are the pickup locations that we have. And if you would want us to ship for you, because we ship anywhere in Nigeria, we have the option for you to click on ship my order. So once you click on ship my order, you provide all the necessary information. And I would like to lay emphasis on this, please. It is very, very important when you are providing this information so that your order is not sent to somebody else and the person will be like, where did this one come from? So it's very, very important you put in the right details into your shipping address so that, you know, your order would be shipped successfully to the right address. If you would like to save this address for future reference, you can actually save it, and you know it will be stored in your forever web store. So all I do is click on next. Once I click on next, as you can see, there's a delivery charge, which is 2,000 naira. What I love most about the online store is that, you know, we've not actually realized the full potential of what we have with us in Forever Nigeria. Because if a company is telling you we are shipping anywhere in Nigeria for 2,000 naira, I can tell you, you can't beat that bargain. That's a very, very fantastic offer that you have there. So with 2,000 naira, you can ship anywhere in Nigeria to that address, that doorstep of that address you have keyed in there. So this is a very wonderful opportunity to do business all over Nigeria with a shipping fee of just a minimum of 2,000 naira. So as you can see, there's an information here which says due to increased holiday demand, all three other options could experience delays. I think this is just basically just telling us that sometimes some people would place an order and they'll be like, I want it delivered. Sometimes, you know, the process of packaging and doing all of these things takes a while. So you just bear in mind that it takes about 2 to 3 days for your order to get to its desired location. So once we are ready to go, we click on next. Then we have the payment options. There was a time before now, a lot of people would complain, oh, my money has been taken, this and that, that and this. I can tell you that with this new Titan, the payment system is absolutely fantastic. I don't think I've had anybody call me to say, oh, they've taken my money, my order was not fulfilled, my order was not successful. That is a long time ago. That is in the past. So what we have now is a very seamless payment system, which we have with Quick Teller, which enables us to make transactions fast. Even before your customer will say, no, I want to change my mind, the payment has already gone. So that is the beauty of the payment system that we have now with Titan. So once I click on credit card, as you can see, you have the different, you can pay with your card, you can pay with quick teller, you can pay using a bank transfer and all of that. But I would always recommend you use pay with your card or pay with bank transfer, because those are the fastest ways before you start. With other ones, you might start looking for a USSD code and pressing your phone and all of this, which might take a lot of your time. So with pay your card, you just click on this, enter your card number, your expiry card number, and your CVV. These are personal informations that comes with your ATM card. So most times people will say, oh, um, I'm putting my information on the internet. Yes, Quick Teller might be more like a third party, but you can be rest assured that all your information concerning your account details are safe. So it's not like somebody is going to be coming to hack your information, or you're exposing your information online. Nobody will have access to it. Only even Forever does not even have access to whatever card information that they are putting here. So your privacy is kept, all your information is intact. You don't have to worry about putting your information, especially if it has to do with your bank or your banking details. So once you're done with that, you just click on pay, and automatically your order will be accepted, and your order will be waiting for it to be shipped. I don't have an order. I would have demonstrated this, but I don't have an order that I want to make presently right now. Please excuse me for that. But I'm sure anybody who um, would want to try this out, you can just go ahead, and if you have an order that you want to place now, if you want to do it as a an order you want to either place as a pickup, or you want to deliver, you have someone you want to deliver an order to, you can actually go about doing that now, so that before the end of the training, if there's anything you're not clear, you can just experiment and do what do you call it? You just practice and try and place an order um, for you to see if you've actually gotten a hang of it. There was something I wanted to lay emphasis or to talk about. It's yes, it has to do with your information when you are entering your phone number, your delivery details. Please always bear in mind that whenever you are entering this, because once you click on this, this is this is the mobile number, okay? Because the country in which how do I say, the mobile number, which is Nigeria, is 234. So you don't need to add the zero. If you add zero, let me just start all over again. If you add 008, let me just use my own, 08061377960. You see it will not contain the last digit. So please, whenever you are filling in the phone number, because we've had situations where we have had orders come in, but we were not able to fulfill the orders because the phone numbers were not complete. So always remove the zero, because you already have 234, which is our dialing code already enabled here. So you just remove the zero and put in every other information, there. And you can go ahead with the other process of placing your order. So I just had to point that out, because we've had occasions where some orders have come in, and because of the numbers were not complete, FedEx had to return the orders back to us or call us so that we can actually get the correct number. So I hope we are all together. We are getting some information about how to process, orders online. So I'm just going to quickly I'm going to go back to the dashboard, and I'm going to quickly talk about Link Builder. Link Builder is one of the wonderful tools we have on Titan. It's a way of you. Mr. Lucky talked about recruiting, doing business, through social media and all of that. So Link Builder is actually a tool whereby you can use to also enhance your forever business. Some of us might have heard about Link Builder before, some of us might not. So Link Builder, what it actually does is it helps you to generate certain links. Like it helps you to generate your retail link. It helps you to generate your join link that is for prospecting. So once you are able to do this, you can actually share these links in your different social media platforms. There was a time where you have people complaining that, I'm actually working, I cannot go about doing my forever business because I don't have the time. Now, with Titan and with all these tools available, all that has that is a solution that has been provided for us to do our business very conveniently. So for you to just be able to prospect someone or market or do your retail business is just at a click of just clicking this link builder. By doing that, you can automatically run your retail business, sign up people in your office. You don't have to go out. You don't have to be anywhere at your own convenience. So that is the beauty of what using the link builder can do. It's a very, very fantastic feature on the new forever web page. And you don't necessarily have to how do I say it now, with this new e-commerce tool, you don't have to open a shop. You don't have to pay for anything. You already have everything here. And that was why I said, when you compare the new FLP page to FLP 360, it's like us saying, okay, FFP, this new Titan is like your iPhone, where you have the iPhone Pro, and the iPhone Pro Max. So what we can talk about the FLP 360 is like the iPhone Pro Max, and we can call the Titan, which is our new web page, like the Pro. It's just that the FLP 360 has more features whereby you can actually use to do and run your business in a more advanced way. But that doesn't leave out, the new web page, which also you can actually run reports, view trainings, check out your tools, generate links for your business, and do a lot of things, for you to do your business in a very much more advanced way. So I would want to encourage, especially those who are just keen into the forever or being welcomed to the forever family, to take this as a very, very important means of building your business. I can tell you, if you can actually sit down and understand how to use the new forever web page, I can tell you, you will begin to see results in a matter of time. All you have to do is just make yourself available, have a good connection, internet connection, and just log in and have a very fantastic experience using our new web page. So I can just quickly demonstrate what the link builder is all about. So once you come to your quick links, you click on link builder. Once you click on link builder, it should take you to a new page. As you can see, I've already created some links already. So let's just say I want to create a new link again. For those of us who have not seen this before, you select on your preferred language, which is English. You click on continue. Then it prompts you to choose the particular link that you want. Oh, I want to build a link page for a retail store. You understand? That is, you want to showcase your forever store to someone. And you don't necessarily have to carry all the products in the boot of your car to the person's house. By just generating this link here and send it, once that person clicks it, that person will see all our products as it is in your web page appear in your retail store. So the person can, if whatever product the person is interested in, or probably you discuss with the person on what the person wants to buy, all the person has to just go through the retail page or wants to browse or have a feel of what products that we have at our disposal. By doing this, the person can actually go and check everything that we have on in our web store. So also, if you would like to register someone, you want somebody to join your forever business, you can also do that by generating this join now page. Once you do this, what you have done is you've sent out a link to someone who would click on it, and immediately the person fills out all the necessary information on that page. The person would definitely sign up to you instantly and generate an ID, have an ID, and has joined your network. So that is what the join now is all about. Then you have the category page. This is for if you would want to be specific on the kind of what do you call it, different aspects of products that you would like, different aspects of products that you would like. You have the B products, you have the nutritional, you have the weight management, and so on. So if you want to place on a particular category of products which you would want to relate with somebody with, you can do that by just clicking any of this, whether the weight management, the combos, the skincare, or whatever you want. Then the last one is, let me see, the last one, sorry, let me click on English again. The last one is product page. So if there's a particular product, maybe you just want the person to just buy that product and you want it to be delivered, you want it to be shipped, all you have to do is just click on this product page, and that link, once you send it out to that person, the person would click it and go through the process of paying, which is very, very easy. I'm sure anybody who wants to purchase, they can navigate through the payment system and just place their order, and voila, your order or your whatever business that you're doing will be fulfilled. So that is basically what the link builder is all about. Unfortunately, in Nigeria, we don't have, in some other countries, you can actually create a discount, but in Nigeria, I don't believe that has been enabled. Probably later on, this will be enabled for us to use, but I think for now, the discount has not been enabled for us. So still going back on the interface of the online shop, as you can see, under reports, if you want to generate whether your volume, whether it is the CC, and that was what I was telling you earlier on. I said, this new page is superb, it's fantastic. I love it so much because it's so easy to navigate whatever information that you need in order for you to run your business or you make your business go smoothly. Everything has already been provided here. All you have to do is just go about looking for whatever information that you need. You want to check out the your downline volume, you can actually run a report on that. You want to check your own personal volume, you can do that. You want to check about your total orders globally, not only in Nigeria. We mentioned that in doing your online business, you can actually, or your forever business generally, you have the opportunity to do it all over the world. So once you have your once you have enabled to do your business internationally, you'll find out that all your global orders will be here. You want to check for your, what do you call it now? Your recap. That is what you have earned. You are not sure, you did a business and you're like, this money is not adding up, or I'm supposed to earn so amount. All you have to do is just come here, run a report on that, and you would see everything appear there. Your global volume as well. That is, this report provides a historical overview of the various CC values in your downline by month and within countries where you have global business. So all those informations has been provided for you there. Then you also have trainings from excuse me, you have different trainings which will still be updating, trainings whereby you can go on, come on here and you can check the different trainings that we have, tools whereby you can watch videos, you can watch to still give you a broad knowledge of certain maybe products and all of that kind of stuff. You can find all those useful things there. Then other tools, under tools, you have what do you call it now? The Alo Life magazine. Well, all these things anyway, first steps to manager, you can actually find everything loaded, here. You want to, what do you call it now? Let me just try business and product launch. As you can see, everything you want to do pertaining to FLP business is say you want to launch a product, you want to do certain things, all that is available under tools. Guide to digital marketing, you can click on that, find out more information about everything pertaining to Forever Living products. Then you also have your FLP 360. Presently now I think there's a promotion going on where there's a free trial for a particular set of days where you can just try the FLP 360. You can go ahead, sign up for that and see how far you can go with that. So basically, the interface for the new Titan, the FLP web page is so beautiful. It's absolutely wonderful. You can get so much information regarding your FLP business and doing your FLP business. My auto ship, this is a feature which is not enabled here in Nigeria, but in some other countries, it is enabled. You can, I think this is for you to, if you want to place orders by, how do I say it now? When you want to place an order and recurrent orders, like you just want to automatically place an order and from time to time, the orders will be placed on your behalf without you actually coming online to do that. These are still wonderful features. I hope this will come up anytime soon on our Forever Living web page. I'm sure a lot of people would enjoy that. So if there are any questions, if there's anything you need to know, please, you can just signify. I think that is just for now some of the few features we would like to look into this afternoon. And I don't want us to spend too much time because this is already 1 o'clock. So if there are any questions, please, you can, just signify or just put in the chat